The old radio sat on the porch, a silent sentinel for over 50 years. It was a 1968 transistor model. Her husband Tommy's, Vivian Brooks, now 74, kept it there on the Mississippi porch, a quiet tribute to the man Vietnam took from her back in '68. It hadn't made a sound since, but one stormy night in 2025, a flash of lightning split the sky, and a crackle broke the silence. A song began to play. It was just one song, Unchained Melody, the exact version Tommy had sung to her on the porch, the day he left for the war. Vivian stood frozen, rain plastering her gray hair to her face. A name escaped her lips, a whisper lost in the storm. Tommy. Then, a voice came from the old speaker. It was his, but older, weathered by time and distance. Vivian, turn around. She turned, her heart pounding, a frantic rhythm against her ribs. In the doorway, framed by the storm, stood a young soldier. He was soaked to the bone, rain dripping from his uniform, but he was smiling, a wide, familiar grin that belonged to 1968. He looked exactly as she remembered. Forever 22. I kept my promise, he said, his voice soft. One dance. She didn't hesitate. She stepped into his arms, and they slow danced on the porch, wrapped in the pouring rain and a strange, golden light that seemed to emanate just for them. She was 74, with a lifetime of memories etched on her face. He was forever 22, a ghost of a promise kept. The song played on, a melody only they could hear, bridging the decades that had separated them. As the final notes faded into the sound of the storm, he leaned down and kissed her forehead. His touch was as real as the rain. Time to go, darling, he whispered, and his voice began to fade. She blinked, and he was gone. In the same instant, the radio fell silent, this time forever. When morning came, the sun broke through the clouds, painting the wet porch in shades of gold, and there, hanging from the radio's antenna, were his dog tags. They were polished and still warm to the touch. She picked them up, her fingers tracing the familiar name, but when she turned them over, she saw something new. Freshly engraved on the back were the words, "Found my way home. Love always, T." Some soldiers, it seems, keep dancing long after their war is over, waiting until the music finally finds them again. Thanks for listening to Whispers of Aunt Lila. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe and look for the little whisper in the corner. We'll be back with another tale soon.